Well, hello. Today I'm here in Charlotte visiting Carowinds, which is right here on the North and South Carolina border. I'm here today to ride all the roller coasters and have a blast, and the plan is to ride Fury 325 as number 50. What great way to start the day off than to ride Intimidator, well, just Intimidator here at Carowinds. Here you see at the ride the stock car of the legendary Dale Earnhardt, rest in peace Dale, and then the shop for Intimidator. And here we see the entrance to Intimidator and the roller coaster itself, and more stuff has to do with the ride. Since there's an Intimidator 305, they might as well just call this Intimidator 232. Well, what a great way to start the day off. Time to ride this. Well, I just got off of Intimidator 232. Awesome ride. I can't pick which is better between this and Diamondback, even though Intimidator is 2 feet taller. Both really awesome. Both have a lot of airtime hills. Just loads of fun. Time to ride the next one, which I believe is Nighthawk. Here we are at the entrance of Nighthawk, which is the next roller coaster on the Carowinds adventure today. Coaster number 2 for me today, and I'm definitely looking forward to this. Just got off a Nighthawk. It's a flying Dutchman Vekoma coaster, just like Firehawk at Kings Island, and it was a whole lot of fun. I believe it's one of the last flying coasters they have in this country. I'm glad I got to ride another one of these once again. Well, let's see what's up next. Here we are at Carowinds' newest roller coaster, which opened 2 years ago, Copperhead Strike. I believe it's their mock launch coaster. Definitely looking forward to riding this one, so let's go for it. Just got off of Copperhead Strike. That was freaking awesome. You could say almost like a looping Maverick. Just the airtime and the launches and the loops, just wow. I definitely recommend this roller coaster if you're visiting Carowinds down here in Charlotte. And a little heads up for the larger riders, the test seat up at the front, they'll have a light that you gotta turn like from red to green. That one might be challenging for some of the big boy riders, but I was able to make it no problem. Well, there towards the end. But the restraint is they use a seat belt, not the they use a seat belt with a restraint on this coaster, not the RMC like on Steel Vengeance. Well, time to move on to the next one. Well, here we are at the Flying Cobras, which is a Vekoma boomerang coaster. More of a normal looping roller coaster, unlike the inverted ones like Invertigo that I've ridden before, and the inverted one I rode up in Ocean City a few years back. Well, time to board the Flying Cobras. Just got off the Flying Cobras. Really fun boomerang. About the level of intensity you'd expect out of any Vekoma or Aero looping coaster. Whole lot of fun. I love how these boomerangs go backwards and you don't know what's coming up next. Well, on to the next roller coaster. Here we are at the Carolina Gold Rusher, which I believe is one of the park's family coasters. A great ride to go on if you want to break from all the intense roller coasters, or these family coasters. So let's get on board. I just got off the Carolina Gold Rusher. It's a fun little family coaster, I will say that much. As I've said, if I didn't mention before, definitely fun to ride these coasters just as a break from all the intense ones. Which I'm not saying the intense ones are bad, but it just always feels good to ride a nice, fun, relaxing ride. But I highly recommend Carolina Gold Rusher for all the families out there. Though it's an older coaster, still a lot of fun. Well, let's see what's next on the Carowinds adventure. Here we are at Carowinds Vortex, which is their stand-up coaster, and riding a stand-up coaster will definitely be a first for me. Now, I've heard some people complain that stand-up coasters aren't really the most pleasant experience, but really looking forward to riding this one, so let's go for it. Well, Carowinds Vortex was a no-go, unfortunately, as the belt wasn't long enough. Oh well. It's a good thing that Cedar Point has a longer belt on some of the seats of their roller coasters. But that's okay, I got to ride Copperhead Strike and Intimidator here, so that's a big win. Vortex here, nah, no big deal. Guess we'll try stand up another time. Let's see what's next. Here we see Ricochet and the Carolina Hurler over there. But what we'll be hitting up next is a Hurler And then after that, it'll be the moment you've all been waiting for. So let's make our way to Hurler. Here we are at the entrance to Hurler, which is this park's wooden coaster. No wooden coaster will ever top the Beast in my opinion, but I'm definitely looking forward to riding this Woody, so let's go for it. Well, Hurler was a whole lot of fun. Nice and fast and bumpy, rough, just what you'd expect out of any wooden roller coaster. Definitely a whole lot of fun. I'd say that the Blue Streak at Cedar Point's better than this one. And I believe it's a pretty old looking coaster here is Hurler, but still no wooden coaster beats the Beast. Beast will always be number one. And now finally on to the reason that I came to this park, which you'll see here in just a little bit. Here we are, the moment you've all been waiting for. Well, that I've been waiting for at least. The main reason why I'm here, and I'm sure you're all watching this video. No doubt the Carowinds main attraction, Fury 325. And hence its name is 325 feet tall. And this will be the third Giga that I'll be riding. And I'm so excited, I cannot wait to board this thing. Oh my gosh, what an epic Giga coaster that was. 325 feet. Goes 95 miles an hour, just wow. That makes the third Giga that I've rode in my lifetime. If I end up going to King's Dominion, I could do the, you could say the Great American Grand Slam. Definitely worth every penny coming down here to Charlotte and Carowinds to ride this epic roller coaster. Definitely better than Orion and Millennium Force, I will say that. Just wow. Words just cannot describe this incredible coaster. I'm just blown away. And the reason I waited as long as I did was because this is coaster number 50 to make this moment even more special. So if you're ever down here, please come to Carowinds to ride Fury 325. I highly recommend it. You'll get your money's worth with this coaster. Just wow. Here we are at Ricochet, the park's Wild Mouse roller coaster. And this will be a first for me riding a Wild Mouse roller coaster. And unfortunately, I'm not seeing a fast lane line or anywhere to get in. Used to fast lane, so I guess I just gotta wait in line like everyone else on this one. I just got off of Ricochet. That was a whole lot of fun going in like an S pattern, continuously like Loads of fun was that Wild Mouse coaster. And definitely a first for me, and yeah, just fun. Yeah, you should definitely ride a Wild Mouse if you ever get the chance to ride one. Now let's move on to the next coaster. Here we are at the Carolina Cyclone, which is this park's aero looper. You could say this park's version of the Kings Island's Vortex and the Tennessee Tornado at Dollywood. Now time to board this one. I just got off the Carolina Cyclone. It was a whole lot of fun. It was a little rough, yeah, head banging, all that stuff, but still a whole lot of fun and definitely worth getting the credit for. Looks like we're getting close to wrapping this trip up. So let's move on to what's next. I think that might be Afterburn. So let's go. Here we are at Afterburn. This park's B&M invert coaster. You could say this is the last coaster in the park if you don't count the family coasters. So looking forward to riding this one, so let's go for it. Just got off Afterburn. That was awesome. Just a wild ride. Loads of fun. Pretty intense, of course, as you'd expect out of a B&M invert, but not as intense as Banshee based off what I experienced, but still loads of fun, still awesome, and definitely worth coming down here to ride. So I highly recommend Afterburn. Go for it. It's loads of fun. We're at the Kitty Hawk, the family invert coaster of Carowinds. See the name Kitty Hawk? I love that pun. Really awesome. Big homage to the Wright brothers, OHIO. Let's board this one. Well, unfortunately, I'm not able to fiddle Kitty Hawk because the belt's not long enough, but that's okay since that's a family ride anyways. So, I guess we'll check out the Woodstock Express, see if we have any luck there. Well, we're here at the Wilderness Run, which I have no plans on riding. because from what I can tell, it looks like the type of ride where you'd have to accompany your child on it in order to be able to ride. But that's okay. I'm happy with what I've ridden today. Let's go over and try Woodstock Express. We're here at the Woodstock Express of Carowinds, which is the family wooden coaster. Now Kings Island has one of these as well. Used to be called the Beastie, but I've never ridden the one in Kings Island, so I'm gonna try to ride this one here today. And maybe next time we go back to Kings Island, I'll ride the Woodstock Express there. So let's go for it. Well, just got off Woodstock Express. Fun little wooden coaster. Just fun, bumpy, you could say relaxing. But like I said, these family coasters are just ideal for if you want to take a break from the intense rides. Well, that wraps up this vlog for my Carowinds adventure today. So if you're ever down here in Charlotte, I highly recommend Carowinds. You'll have a whole lot of fun. You'll especially love Fury 325, Intimidator, Copperhead Strike, and Afterburn. And that wraps it up. See ya.